Welcome back inside the Villages High School Gymnasium in Middleton, Florida, as we continue day 2 of the battle at the Villages. We're flipping over to the championship side of the bracket now. We're halfway home on moving day here in Middleton. This is our first championship semifinal tonight. We have the Bartow Yellow Jackets out of Bartow, Florida, taking on the St. Mary's Knights from Phoenix, Arizona. We're looking at the starting lineups here. First beginning with the visiting team here today, it's the Bartow Yellow Jackets. 3-guard, 2-forward lineup. Number 0, James Rattery. Number 3, Cyrus Sinford. Number 12, Jackylan Crossley. More on him in a moment. Number 22, Derwin Link. And number 24, Dylan Brinson. The head coach of the Yellow Jackets is Terrence McGriff. Bartow, the road blue uniforms with the orange letters across the chest, the white numerals. Mentioned Mr. Crossley. He had a huge game yesterday for Bartow. Knocked down 8 3-pointers en route to a tournament high 30 points, a day 1 high for him yesterday. Now flipping it over to the designated home team for this semifinal matchup, the St. Mary's Knights out of Phoenix, Arizona. I'll lead things off. Number 1, Cam Williams, a forward. He's a good one to lead it off with. More on him in a moment. Number 2, Brody Postorino. Number 11, Mick Royerton. Number 15, Ashton Musser. And number 21, Carter Bagley. Cam Williams, the number 4 player in the country as rated by Rivals. And headed to Duke. Blue Devils will get another good one here. It was impressive yesterday. But it might have been, quite honestly, Mick Royerton, who stunned Upper Arlington in St. Mary's 59-51 win yesterday. He had 22 points. We're not expecting him to go off quite like he did. St. Mary's, the home white uniforms with the green letters and numbers, looking sharp. Getting set to go here. So the tip will be Cam Williams, 1 in white, and number 22, Derwin Link. Bartow will open left to right on your screen. St. Mary's right to left. Cody Hill's with you. Now I'll bring in my broadcast partner, Marty Zuro. Marty, it's been a fun start. Now we're in the championship semifinals, and these next 2 games, always some of the most fun and exciting as these teams fight to get into that championship.
Well, I've got to say, it's kind of a throwback because the first ever live streams of the Battle at the Villages, I was doing color commentary while also helping run the social media side of things. Now we're here watching 2 great teams compete against each other. You get the balanced attack of Bartow against the star power of St. Mary's, and I think it's going to create an interesting environment for both of these teams.
Yeah, certainly plenty of storylines in this one, and we'll get through to them just about all as we get going. Opening turnover for St. Mary's and a missed shot by Bartow. St. Mary's off and running here a little bit. That's a shot underneath. Link, I believe, blocked it, and now a foul underneath. Let's see who this is going to get charged against. It's going to go against Cyrus Sinford, 5'11" sophomore guard.
That's going to be the question, isn't it? The size of St. Mary's. Didn't seem like Bartow had much issue handling any size, and they've played some teams already on their schedule with size, but that's the one thing that they kind of are lacking, though Derwin Link has more than enough athleticism to make up for it.
And both these teams getting here to the semifinal by way of victories yesterday. Bartow, never a doubt, 92-67 over De La Salle from Chicago. St. Mary's had to come back from an early 15-2 deficit against Upper Arlington from Columbus, Ohio. But the squad from Phoenix did just that, 59-51. Here's a shot underneath by Link, and right on cue, as my partner said, Link has the size, the athleticism, and the physicality, and he drives home the game's first points.
And it's even more than that, it's the mentality, too, on top of it. He just goes in there without with reckless abandon, without any cares about the beating his body might take.
Bagley takes the screen from Musser, back up top to Williams. This is a fun matchup here. Williams over top of Brinson, who gets the first job of defending him, and he does well there. Sliding to his backside was Rattery. Somehow got the pass away, though. 3 ball off the mark from Sinfort, cleared out by Bagley.
Those are the types of shots, if you're Bartow, that you really want to look for forcing out of Cam Williams, the off the dribble, kind of off balance jump shot that he took on the last possession.
There's Williams working his way inside. Now kick it back out. Bagley, wing three, and it's good, and the Knights are on the board.
Now on the opposite end, St. Mary's, and your defense is hoping you can just keep Kylan Crossley from hitting a few 6 threes on you.
Boy, what a rejection there. I think, well, it might not go down as a block. It might have been a pass. Either way, Brinson got it. Here is the aforementioned Crossley. And boy, if he does that, it could be a long day for St. Mary's. He hit 8 of them yesterday in the first round victory en route to a, like I said, a day 1 high of 30 points.
You know, you talk about players you need a guard coming across the half-court line. You might just need to pick him up as soon as he steps onto the court and until he leaves the court at the end of the night.
It's quite the player. Another look at it there. This is Williams. Fake the handoff. Now he does eventually get it to Jordan, and we have a turnover going the other way.
Well, the one thing that Bartow's going to force out of St. Mary's is they're going to try and get them to the sideline to cut off their angle of attack.
Link to Crossley. Back over here. Kenny Cotton, a substitute off the bench. Inside, Link, nowhere to go. Musser all over him. Back to Cotton in the corner with Bagley on him, and back inside to Link. Little 2-man game here on this half of the court. Inside, spin move Link. Good job staying vertical with it was Musser, and Williams clears the rebound. He's coming a long way, up and in, and he is fouled.
And you understand the want and need to contest there, but honestly, if you're Bartow, especially if you're Rattery, you need to make sure you step up and try and take a charge of that. Trust that the rest of the defense is following to clean up any missed shots. We saw Cam Williams yesterday. He has the ability to shoot the three. He has the ability to make plays in space. But honestly, the place he could be most dangerous is on the free throw line, getting Bartow's key players in foul trouble.
St. Mary's, you know, is going to try to do a better job getting to the line today. It's a focal point of Damon Lopez. They went just 2 of 3 at the line yesterday. Did not give credit to Upper Arlington for not fouling a whole lot. Put back there. Checking into the game now. 14 in blue and running the point. That's Jacoby Terry. He had a really good game yesterday. Only 2 points, but he was a menace defensively. Also had 3 assists. This is a shot by Crossley. It's just short. Rebound the other way, and now up ahead. This is Rorden. Pastorino spinning, nowhere to go. Not losing that pivot foot. Back to Williams. That's a good place to go with it. Williams trying to back down. He can't. Good defense there by Sinfort. Rorden inside, gives it up to Musser. That might have been a travel there. Rorden might have, Musser might have shuffled his feet. Instead, it's a foul. Going Derwin Link. See it in tight. Maybe a little shuffling of the foot there. Buser yesterday. It's the only shot he took. Didn't play a whole lot. Actually came off the floor quite a bit for Sebastian Hatsakorzian and Noah Angulia. That one will make you to test the pronunciation guide. The St. Mary's roster will a little bit. Angulia checks in. Told a great story yesterday about St. Mary's head coach Damon Lopez. The St. Mary's squad, Marty, won their state championship last year in Arizona in overtime. It's a second for Damon Lopez, matching his father, who also won 2 at St. Mary's. You know that had to feel good for him.
Yeah, but you know what'll feel better is a third, so you can brag to your father at next Christmas.
Well, Brody Pastorino might be a reason he maybe could get that third one, the senior guard. Very senior-heavy group in terms of at least the leadership from Williams and Pastorino. And Lopez talking about that before the tournament. That's an awkward looking shot there from Kenny Cotton. Maybe not the look Terrence McGriff wanted. It's a deep three, Riordan, no good. Up ahead to Crossley. He's getting across two defenders.
Sorry, Cody, you know, for being undersized, Bartow has done a good job on the boards, only giving up a couple offensive rebounds so far, and both of those are on the same possession where Link just found himself behind the size of Mooser.
So 10-5 early lead. Oh, good inbounds play there. Nice nifty pass from Rattery. Gets it to Williams.
That's a play that Bartow likes to go to. You have to defend it so carefully because any contact, instead of it just being a normal foul on the pass, it turns into a shooting foul quick.
That's a three ball in the corner, Brody Pastorino, and a timeout on the floor for Terrence McGriff. That'll give us time to thank our friends and our presenting sponsor. That's Middleton by the Villages. I hope you take the time to enjoy their beautiful downtown Middleton with amazing new restaurants and shops now open. Be sure to also stop by the Middleton Welcome Home Center, located at 2219 Dr. Randy McDaniel Way. That's where you'll be able to go inside and discover what makes Middleton a great place to call home. Thank you to Middleton by the Villages. It's our first semifinal here tonight. Game 7, top right of your bracket. And the nightcap will have Macaulay out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and of course the host of Buffalo of the Villages, who started their title defense off in dominant fashion last night, 85-28 over East Hall. It's the largest margin of victory for the Buffalo in their own event. Started on a 26-0 run, believed to be the most points to consecutively start for the Buffalo in program history in a single game as well. In fact, there's two people who probably know whether it's a record or not. It's myself and my partner here. So we'll confirm with each other at some point, but certainly a great start for the Buffalo last night. Inside, what a move, Jacoby Terry.
There would be only one other game that I could think of something like that, and that would be a game played in 2017 at Liberty Christian Prep in Tavares. I do not remember the score at the end of the first, but I'm certain that I'm not 100% sure if they even scored in the first half, much less the first quarter of that one.
Buffalo have enjoyed being on the good side of some of those. And even in this tournament, though, they found themselves on the wrong side, at least in the early years. There's someone who's probably not going to find themselves on the wrong side of too many results. Carlin Crosby again, another three-pointer for him. He's got 10 in the tournament. Pastorino gives it up. That's us back to Riordan. Beg your pardon, Riordan and Riordan. With the bucket there. Oh boy, going hard to his backside. Zonduya. Williams to the basket. Now a steal coming the other way. Crossley picks it up, fires it up ahead to Rattery. He's falling and scores. Just like that, it's a 2-point game again. Bartow clawing their way back in. Don't really have to worry about matching up with the size of Williams down in the post if you can hit turnovers with your press before they even get there, I suppose. Now back to Williams. Three ball, that's what makes him such an enticing player for John Shire and Duke in the years ahead. He can shoot the three ball.
That's what makes it almost impossible to press a team like this, where you have a player that can hit shots like that. You really can't take a defender off of him. The last thing you want to do is get Cam Williams going.
Turns it over. That's a backcourt violation, but missed. Well, doesn't really matter. They'll stay here and come the other way.
I think Coach Lopez over there from St. Mary's wants a backcourt violation on that, and he might be right. It's just we're going to have a discussion, argument over what classifies possession. Was that a controlling touch?
It's a three-pointer in the corner by Pastorino. He's
I guess we should consider ourselves lucky here at the high school level. We don't have replay for the referees. Otherwise, we'd be sitting here for the next 5 minutes for a decision to be made.
We would be here a little bit longer. Hey, a game like this, we might not mind being here a little bit longer. It's a good one brewing here in Middleton. The first championship semifinal, we're a quarter in. St. Mary's 21, Bartow 16. You're watching the battle at the Villages. Back with you for the start of the second quarter. See Bartow team huddle there. They're trail by 5, looking to make amends on that little deficit here early. Both teams 7 makes from the field in that first quarter. Both teams 6 assists as well. Sharing the basketball here early. A couple of 3-point shots, really the biggest difference. St. Mary's 5 of 7 from 3. 2 of 6 for Bartow. A couple of makes for Brody Postorino for St. Mary's early.
The number you have to keep an eye on, though, would be the turnover number. So far, there's only there's only 2 turnovers for Bartow, and they've forced 6 from St. Mary's. If they keep up that pace of things, it could tip the score in their direction, as long as they keep hitting shots at the rate they've been going.
Teams back on the floor to be Bartow basketball. Being hassled here as Rattery does finally get it across. This is Sinfort, gives it up, gets it back. 2-man game with Link, now inside, trying to create room against Reardon. Now Link, boy, contorts his body and somehow gets that shot off, gets the rebound, another shot, no good. Rebound Muser. Just going to get it and fire it off to Reardon. Back to Williams. Good man to have the ball in his hand. See immediately how the defense collapsed on him there at first. Link at least flashed like he was going to bring the double. That made Williams stop his drive. Now inside on Duya. No good, but Muser put back. Also no good. Another attempt is good. That's number 23, Sebastian Hatzagorzian. Bartow down 6, just underway in the second quarter. Our first semifinal here on day 2. Battle at the Villages. Appreciate you joining us. Cody Hills and Marty Zero with you. This is Rattery. Pull it back. 4 on the shot clock. Sinfort's got to put something up here. Williams, oh boy, did a good job timing the defense coming over to block it, but he doesn't think he got much contact. And it is going to go on Williams. It's just his first.
I think the foul there is less about whether he got contact up top and more about the landing area.
Yeah, let's see on the replay there, but yeah, it looks like Williams definitely just didn't quite give him a place to come down. Kobe Terry will check back in for the Yellow Jackets. Postorino will check back in as well for Reardon. 23-19 game now. St. Mary's Knights, the longest traveled team to ever play in the Battle at the Villages, coming from Phoenix, Arizona. Charge there. And again, we talked about Jacoby Terry. He doesn't do a whole lot maybe in the scoring department. He does a lot of other things that make Terrence McGriff and that Bartow coaching staff happy.
definitely the type of guy you want playing defense for you. And, you know, there's enough offensive firepower over there that they can kind of make up for his lack of scoring capabilities, though. Sometimes that kind of gives you a benefit on the scouting report. You may have the worst of the two guard defenders on you, and you can find yourself a game where you take advantage of that.
So Sinford gives it off to Brinson, who started and then has come out for the majority of this one, now back in. Late in the shot clock again. Watch for Williams coming weak side. Oh, he got his hand in there and popped it away from Link. Somehow still gets a shot up. Williams not able to get the rebound, though. It's Sinford back to Brinson. Way off the mark. Missed everything. Collected up ahead on Duya. Trying to get it to Williams. He's catching it 25 feet away from the basket. Now drives in. No good, but gets the offensive rebound, and the length helping him there.
Yeah, no amount of boxing out can help prevent that one.
Quick basket on the other end, Sinford. Buser might have hurt his hand there. Now a turnover, and Link, big dunk, and Bartow starting to get out in transition a little bit. We talked about that press in the first quarter. It helps them having to not guard in the half court as long. Good break here, now up ahead. Oh, he's gonna do the lob to Williams. Hatsakorzian was open, and maybe he could have took a shot. I think he's gonna come out now, and he will.
Yeah, honestly, you have to throw that pass up to where the defense is, and the one place the defense can't be is as high as Cam Williams can jump, except for maybe one man, and that's Derwin Link, but he wasn't back on that possession.
Yeah, few can go up and reach where Cam Williams can, that's for sure. He's inside, somehow pulls that in. Stops from about the free throw line, off the back of the rim. Reardon the rebound though, and he puts it up and in. Bartow ran the floor inside Brinson. A lot of contact there, but no foul. Williams, good job defending without the whistle. Quick pace here. Postorino, Reardon, Bagley. Inside Bagley, he had it swatted from behind by Brinson. Last touched by Bartow. Got the sense, Marty, both teams are fine with a little bit of pace and tempo.
For sure. And here's something we didn't see at all yesterday, which is Cam Williams coming off the floor. He played all 32 minutes in their round one victory.
Had that note written down.
I imagine he's going to sit down for all about 10, 15 seconds before he's getting sent back into this game.
As long as it takes him to get some water and wipe the sweat off, and that's probably it. Postorino inside Muser. He has it rejected, gets it back. Another rejection. Crossley from behind, I think, got that one. 2 on that sequence for the Yellow Jackets. Another turnover the other way, though. Postorino to Bagley, corner. Reardon, good ball movement. Back to Postorino. No good on the shot, though. Bagley the rebound. Reardon back to Bagley. Good ball movement. Missed the mark there, though. Rebound cleared away. 3:17 and counting here in this second quarter. Good ball game here brewing late first half. Rattery gets the call from Terrence McGriff, head coach, and they'll run a set here. Uses the pick, sort of rejects it though. And rebound the other way, Muser, but that ball's thrown up. And Crossley on the steal. Wide open corner three, Rattery. Bang. James Rattery, the three-point shot. It's a one-point game here. Third three-pointer of the night for Bartow. Has them within one.
It seems like every one of their three-pointers follow a turnover in transition for St. Mary's. And there's another turnover.
Postorino lost his footing. He's trying to say that Rattery hit him in the back of the head, pulled him down.
I mean, there was some contact there, but he was already headed to the floor by the time it was made.
Battery will bring it up the floor. Bartow looking to regain the lead here. This is Terry trying to go against Postorino. He does somehow over Williams as well. No good. Link the board, and he's thrashed around by Postorino in the paint. Go to the line for two.
And it's been an interesting matchup so far. St. Mary's has had Cam Williams guarding Ja'Kylan Crossley, hoping his length could impact Crossley's shooting ability, which Crossley has not shot as many threes, so it's making you, but the problem is because Crossley is such a perimeter player, it's let Derwin Link be able to grab as many offensive rebounds as he wants around the rim. And after you get past Williams and Mooser for St. Mary's, they don't really have any considerable size to play down there in the paint.
Splitting the pair. Keep the game tied, but another steal. Williams loses it. Back to Crossley. And boy, it just sort of felt like no matter what, that ball was going to go in as soon as it left his hand. His third make for the first half. Another turnover. Up ahead, Link right into Williams. Blocked. Sent away. The putback sent away. And another rejection, Cam Williams, and Link gets it back.
And Bartow is feeling it now.
Unbelievable. The Yellow Jackets on a run. What a sequence here. Good ball movement, selfless. Cam Williams, couple good blocks, but Derwin Link and the Yellow Jackets staying with it. Timeout on the floor, and we'll take one with them. St. Mary's down 27-33 for Bartow when we come back.
If you're looking for that special place to call home and become part of a community where neighbors are more like family, we invite you to discover Middleton, a family-friendly community conveniently located surrounding the state-of-the-art, newly expanded campus of the Villages Charter School and the up-and-coming Middleton downtown featuring all your daily conveniences. To learn more about Middleton and the wide variety of homes, we encourage you to come visit Middleton.
A great place to call home.
Back with you here in the battle at the Villages, 32-27, Bartow leads. I beg your finest, Spartan. I gave Bartow an extra point there before the break. 1:36 to go in this first half.
And Damon Lopez spent a good half of that timeout talking to the officials. I'm not too sure he's happy with the physical play that's been going on so far tonight.
Bartow has been aggressive with their press, forced quite a few turnovers. In fact, St. Mary's now with 11, just 2 for Bartow. They break it here, though, and get into the half court. Here's Williams. They sort of condense on him.
And, you know, the thing you don't really love there is Cam Williams had an open three-pointer, at least open for him because of his size, and he gave it up to attack and shoot a long pull-up, too. Almost felt like he was forcing it, not really forcing the issue, but forcing the fact that he wanted to take a shot there, needed to take a shot there because he is that impact player for St. Mary's.
Under a minute to go, 8 on the shot clock for Bartow. Don't know if they know it yet. Crossley now did just look up. He's going to shoot this three. From the volleyball line, just short. It was on the mark, though. Gets the rebound. And back to Crossley. He's probably not going to miss a second. And Cam Williams throws his hands up like, what am I supposed to do? Another three ball.
I mean, you have to guard him from the moment he steps on the court. Like I said earlier, you can't really let him get any space, especially after a missed shot where the defense is off balance.
10 seconds left in the half. Final shot here. It's Anduya. Throws it up. It's going to go for the lob to Williams. No good. Reardon gets it back from the free throw line. That's off the mark. Anduia trying to get it back. It's Bagley. Time running out. And a big block from Link at the buzzer. What an end to the first half by the Bartow Yellow Jackets. A strong finish to the second quarter. Terrence McGriff wants him to run to the halftime locker room and capitalize on the message there. 35-27, Bartow leads it at the break of our first semifinal here at the Battle at the Villages.
Want to see highlights like these and more? Head over to battleatthevillages.com, your digital home for all things Battle at the Villages. You can find team information, statistics, live streams, ticketing information, bracket and game times, and much more, all in one place designed just for you. You can catch all of the action for this year's tournament and more at battleatthevillages.com.
This is the Buffalo Stampeders. Here, we seek to empower and develop the youth of Central Florida through participation in sports. Through a variety of sports including football, basketball, volleyball, cheer, and more, we are able to offer a wide field of opportunities for youth of all ages to engage in a competitive environment, while at the same time being taught valuable life skills and lessons that will help them to serve their communities well beyond their years in youth sports. For more information about our youth sports programs, registering a participant, donations, and more, please visit our website at www.buffalostampeders.com or scan the QR codes found on the screen.
Back with you for the second half of our semifinal number one. The battle at the Villages here in Middleton, Florida. 35-27, the Bartow Yellow Jackets lead it early. It's been a fun one back and forth here a little bit. Both teams had a little bit of some spurts each side where they led. Bartow led by as much as 8, where it currently is at the half. St. Mary's led by 7. This lead has changed 4 times in the first half. It's been a pretty exciting one. Especially defensively, Bartow forcing 11 turnovers. And Jacqueline Crossley getting heated up a little bit with 4 3-pointers. So get ready for the second half here. It'll be St. Mary's ball. We're moving left to right on your screen. The home white uniforms, Bartow in the blue, right to left. Right away, Cam Williams going to work. No good, and he's gonna get the foul. Foul's gonna go on Brinson. Concerted effort early to let Cam Williams go to the hole. He had just 6 points in that first half. Gotta imagine it's gonna be more of an effort to get him going. He misses the free throw. A rare miss from him there. 1 for 3 now at the line.
And I mean, if you're Bartow, you have to be ecstatic that you held him to 6 points, and got to figure out a way to keep that trend going for the second half.
He had a solid day yesterday. Cam Williams, double-double, 17 and 11. This is Rattery, the point guard for Bartow. Good find inside to Brinson, inside even further to Link. Boy, little 3-man game there. Rattery, Link, and Brinson underneath. Up ahead, breaking the press. The press has been an interesting storyline early. Bartow didn't have a lot of success with it early in that second half. They really picked it up, started forcing turnovers. Bagley can't hit the bunny, gets it right back, goes for a second opportunity, no good. Rattery's fighting with him. Now the ball's loose. Boy, sitting on the ground, Pastorino and Rattery have their arms tangled. Referees make him get up. Williams misses the 3. All of that, Bartow comes away with it. Inside, Brinson, that's a goaltend.
And you could just see Williams catches it after it's hit the backboard. Clear goaltend down there.
Reardon trying to bring it up the court. Does so against Sinfort. No good. We're gonna get a foul here. Go under the basket with it. It's gonna go against Brinson. He's picked up 2 quick ones in the first 83 seconds of this second half. Inside Williams, off the inbound, no good. Pastorino keeps it alive. Oh, big time rejection there, that's Link. Now up ahead, Rattery. Crossley, that's too much space for him more often than not. Doesn't hit though, but Link the offensive rebound. And Marty, you talked about his attitude and tenacity. It's on display there.
Yeah, and you kind of have to get onto your star if you're Coach Damon Lopez. Williams just waited for that ball to get to him, and with a rebounder on the other side like Link, you have to go get that ball. Your height isn't enough just to grab that rebound in this game.
Carter Bagley, a much-needed 3 for St. Mary's. Battery stops, gets it back to Sinfort. He'll take a 3 off the right side of the rim. Bagley the rebound. Williams behind the back. Reardon might have slid that pivot foot. Williams going to work against Brinson. He's done a really good job on him tonight. Pastorino fouled. Brinson wants a substitution. We'll send Brody Pastorino to the charity stripe. He had a couple 3-pointers early.
Yeah, it's kind of been Pastorino keeping them alive at this point, along with efforts from Carter Bagley and Cam Williams. Even though currently only held to 7 points, he is their leading scorer. And I think that's kind of the crux of the issue right now, is if he isn't going to be the leading scorer, who's going to take over that role? In game one, it was Mick Riordan.
22 in the opener. Williams was 17 and 11. Inside, Jacoby Terry. Oh, that one stripped away from Cotton, who then they strip it back. And now a scramble on the floor for the ball. And I don't think they're going to let go of this basketball. Sticking with us, Postorino and Sinfort.
I don't know, Cody, how would you feel about jumping into that scrum right there?
I'm close enough right here at the scores table, thank you.
Yeah, if it happened down on this side, it would have been right in front of us.
Possession arrow, keep it here. Boy, Jacoby Terry just got thrown backwards. And he sprints up to get the inbounds pass. Crossley intercepted. Postorino, now to Williams. He's going to go right in. No, he didn't. He backed off of Sinfort. I really thought he was going to go at it. That's got to be a foul.
And you got to love Sinfort in that transition defense, just stopping Cam Williams right in his tracks.
Timeout. Be a 30-second timeout by Terrence McGriff, the Bartow bench. We have a moment to thank our presenting sponsor. That's Middleton by the Villages. We hope you take the time to enjoy their beautiful downtown Middleton with amazing new restaurants and shops now open. Sure to also stop by the Middleton Welcome Home Center located at 2219 Dr. Randy McDaniel Way to discover what makes Middleton a great place to call home. Thank you to Middleton by the Villages for their support of the 12th annual Battle at the Villages. Damon Lopez not happy that timeout was granted to Bartow. A couple times tonight he's made it known during timeouts that he wasn't all that thrilled.
Well, it's Bartow's style to have that physical play, but at the same time, you have to be prepared for it. You can't just hope that the officials will bail you out if there's physical play. One thing Bartow is good at is keeping themselves out of foul trouble, no matter how hard they play defensively.
So the shot clock was reset down to 34. Debate over the 10-second call here. It is a 10-second call. So the shot clock on the previous possession reset to 34.
Yeah, the clock was set to 34 seconds after that, and then it did get to 24 before the ball crossed the half-court line.
So all of that, St. Mary's with the ball, down 9, 4:35 to go in this third quarter. Trying to advance to the Battle at the Villages Championship. That'll be played here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Get your tickets now, battleatthevillages.com. A block inside, Link again, Derwin Link. And now on the other end, that's Kenny Cotton, the senior.
Not a name we've heard a lot of, but making his effort be rewarded with a basket.
Williams, a much needed response on that end. They have got to get him going, either him or Reardon, one of the two. Oh, Williams, that's going to be a goaltend.
That's going to be close, and we'll see it here.
I don't know. I don't know about that one, Marty.
Yeah, unless if you're saying he altered the shot by making the backboard shake. I don't know if he touched it at all.
Postorino up ahead to Williams, and again, not the best lob, right? Second time we've seen that tonight, Marty, where they just don't quite get it up to only where Williams can get it. Instead, the 5'11" Rattery had a play on the ball.
Yeah, it still turns out a positive for them. The bad pass kind of let them right into Rattery. Though you don't exactly want to send your star player careening into somebody like that.
We already saw Cam Williams last night fly into the first row of the bleachers behind their bench.
You have to love his effort. He does play with a high level of energy and high motor, which is probably why John Shire and the Duke staff wants him, and also that would be another reason.
That'll do just fine. Now a kickball here, Pastorino. Boy, what a dunk there, Cam Williams. Put back, Reardon misses it. Two-hand to one-hand put back jam.
Yeah, and if you're Jacoby Terry, you might want to put a body on Cam Williams on your next box out. Otherwise, things like that happen where you end up on his poster.
Tough ask, too, for Jacoby Terry, giving up 15 inches to Cam Williams.
I'm not saying putting a body on him would be a for sure solution. I'm just saying it would be a better idea.
Lead still at 9, and hovering right around there, 9 to 11 for a couple minutes now. Back to 11 it goes. Matthew Williams with the basket. He's got 4.
A name you haven't heard a lot of yet at the battle, but Bartow is so unselfish the way they play basketball. They don't really mind who does the scoring or when they do the scoring. They just play a collective team defense and hope it turns into points on the other end.
That's a deep 3 from Reardon, and why not? Big time basket, gets it down to 8.
And that's what you need out of him. You need him to start pouring in. Cam Williams started making an impact this half. Now you need Reardon to get it.
Oh, and an answer there. Ja'Kylan Crossley again. His 5th make. He's up to 17.
Yeah, and that's the 3rd time they've just lost him in that offense. He's the one guy you can't lose, and they've lost him 3 times as the ball has made its way around the court.
Bagley no good. Crossley the rebound. He was going to home run pass it. Now this is Sinfort. That one just short. It was on the money, though. Terry a wide open 3. That one off the money. Closing in on the final few 100 seconds of this quarter. Reardon no good. Couple looks at it. Offensive rebound kept, and now plowing into Anduya. First on Terry. Anduya will go to the line shooting for 2. Bartow in the penalty here. No fouls called on St. Mary's the 3rd quarter. In fact, they only have 3 called on them, Marty, the whole game.
Other thing to look at is they haven't called a single timeout. The only timeouts taken have been from Bartow. Once early when they were down, and then another one to save a possession.
Late 3rd quarter, 90 seconds to go. It's a 9-point game again. Sinford might have walked to there. Oh, blocked by Cam Williams once again. He's running the floor. He wants the basketball. Bagley, don't think he knew he was running with him, and now Terry throws Williams to the floor.
I mean, he's doing what he needs to do to get the position there, but after he established that position, he just kept backing into him.
Another look at that block there briefly by Williams. He's got 2, along with 6 rebounds and 11 points now. Make it a dozen here. See on your screen there, home gym starting to fill up a little bit for their host Buffalo. Be tipping off at 7 p.m., a little over an hour from now. Second championship semifinal. That's the McCauley School, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Blue Tornado and the Buffalo.
I believe it'll be the first time in the history of the Buffalo that they play a team from the state of Tennessee.
inside here. Rattery will take it back out. Crossley, don't see him go off the dribble much, and maybe that's why. That might be an intentional foul. It is an intentional foul. You can look there, Crossley, maybe frustrated he lost it, and yeah, I mean, he is grabbing onto the jersey, tries for the hug, can't get it, grabs the jersey instead. Good call there by the officials, so Williams will go back to the line. Misses. 4 of 7 from the charity stripe tonight. And now splits the pair. Pulling St. Mary's back within a half dozen, 50-44. Shot off the mark from Williams. He wanted a foul call.
Yeah,
not going to get it.
He kind of threw that one up as soon as he felt the first contact, but there wasn't a second contact as he was shooting to give him that call, and then he defends Link's drive to the basket well on the other end.
Crossley inbound, just short. Shot clock turned off for the final possession if the Knights want it. And they will take it here. So I think, now they are at least going to extinguish some of this clock. Nowhere for Postorino to go. Bagley back to Postorino. He's going to take a deep three with 4 on the game clock, excuse me. And that's going to end the quarter right there. So we are closing in on a terrific finish here at the Battle at the Villages in our first championship semifinal. Bartow leads at 50-44 as we head to the 4th here on YouTube. I beg your finest pardon. We're going to add some time back. 0.3 seconds. We will not send you, not going to send you to break quite yet. I think that is a good call. There was a whistle before the horn. Not much they can do here except
Old heave-ho.
Grab and heave it. That's going to hit the up top, and the ball's going to be inbounded right back here, I believe, at the point of the throw.
It will be at the point of the throw, which is interesting because I imagine a lob to Cam Williams is what's on the menu now.
And a timeout on the floor. Be taken here by Damon Lopez. We have 30-second timeout. Again, this is the first championship semifinal. One more to go. Macaulay. I'm just going to say it now, folks. I'll probably mess it up a couple times tonight. Macaulay School out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. They stormed back at a 17-point deficit in the second half against Victory Christian last night. Came back and won. The Villages cruised over East Hall, 85-28. Should be a really good matchup there. A lot of grit out of Macaulay. Of course, the Villages, they play, as we know around these parts, a high-flying, exciting, high-octane brand of basketball.
Something tells me that tonight for the Villages, it will not be a 26-0 start.
Probably not. If it is, I think Colt McDowell, head coach of the Buffalo, will be fine with it, however.
You won't hear many complaints from him.
Tried to get it to Williams. Crossley did a good job knocking it away, and that's going to end the quarter. So now we will take you to break. Bartow 50, St. Mary's 44. Should have a good one when we come back. The Battle at the Villages on YouTube.
If you're looking for that special place to call home and become part of a community where neighbors are more like family, we invite you to discover Middleton, a family-friendly community conveniently located surrounding the state-of-the-art, newly expanded campus of the Villages Charter School and the up-and-coming Middleton downtown, featuring all your daily conveniences. To learn more about Middleton and the wide variety of homes, we encourage you to come visit Middleton.
A great place to call home.
Back with you for the start of the fourth quarter. Well, one of these two teams is going to advance to the 12th annual Battle at the Villages Championship. Bartow, currently the odds-on favorite, 50-44, but expecting that tighten up here, as this has been a really entertaining ball game. Back and forth we have gone. Bartow has led by as much here in the second half anyways. They've led by as much as 13. After St. Mary's led by as much as 7 back in the first half. So it's gone seesawed back and forth, and now St. Mary's been making a push here the last 4 minutes of that third quarter. 8 minutes to go to decide one half of our championship. Again, that'll be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. But hey, stick with us here on YouTube, because 7 o'clock tonight, about an hour's time, we will have the Villages and Macaulay School out of Chattanooga. This is Reardon inside. Oh, blocked by Link. Now inside Rattery, right to the hole, right through Bagley.
Rattery making his presence known. Had a bit of a spell on the bench there in the third quarter.
Could find out of trouble by Pastorino, back to Bagley. That was Link's fourth block. He already has a double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds. 6 of his 10 rebounds are offensive. It's a 3 by Bagley late in the shot clock. It rattles in and out. Now coming with the other way is Rattery.
And on the other end, Brinson with a huge box out of Cam Williams there.
Link has it swiped away. Here's Reardon. The shot up and good. Be interesting to see how long Terrence McGriff keeps Ja'Kylan Crossley off the floor for Bartow. Their leading scorer was 17. Remember, he had a day one high 30 in this tournament yesterday. Probably getting his last moments of reprieve, and then he's in for the rest of this one. Stay here with the Yellow Jackets, who wear blue. Need a mop down there. Inbounded here, Rattery to Sinford. He bumps his way off Reardon, who still gets a hand up, and that's a really good shot. Cyrus Sinford, the 5'11" sophomore. For the backcourt, years to come, probably gonna be pretty good for Bartow. Rattery and Sinford, both 5'11" sophomores. Pastorino, good shot there inside, muscles his way. Terry. Back to Link. Gives it back to Sinfort. Sinfort, Rattery, and Link, all sophomores for this Yellow Jacket squad. Terry inside, somehow gets over Williams, who then kind of bowls him over. Maybe a discrepancy on the call here. I thought maybe Williams plowed into Terry. Maybe it was because Terry was underneath him. We'll see. And the foul is going to go against Jacoby Terry. It's 3 on him. And Ja'Kylan Crossley is going to come back in for Terry. Garcia running up the court against Crossley. Tried to sell a charge, not going to be there. Pastorino, a wing three, off the mark. Bagley, rebound, up, no good, but he will go to the line for two.
And Bagley just adding to his rebound total for the night. That should be his 13th, I believe. Yes, 13 rebounds, 6 of them offensive for Bagley. He also has 8 points. Only 5, hasn't shot a free throw yet, but his first one's good.
Also has 2 different shoes on, does he not? Or is that the look? Is that supposed to be?
I'm not on the shoe game like that, Cody. I'm not quite sure.
Well, the shoes are worth 2. A couple of free throws for him. It's a 4-point game now.
Those 2 also get him into double-double status. 10 points, 13 rebounds like mentioned before.
The Rattery three-pointer short. A few of these three-pointers for the Yellow Jackets starting to fall short. Lake's getting a little tired here late. Back-to-back day 2 of this tournament. One more tomorrow. Oh, Williams! No leg fatigue there, but he just threw it too hard off the back of the rim, and now Bagley, the reach foul. Boy, Williams almost missed a highlight dunk there. Excuse me, did miss it, almost converted a highlight dunk.
I think with all the people in the gym, that one might have got them on their feet a little bit before the Villages game got started.
If you're within the sound of my voice and you want to get to this Villages game tonight, you need to leave right now. I'd love to have you on YouTube, but probably need to get down here.
Maybe need to leave a couple hours or a day ago if you're watching at home from Arizona.
True. Hey, there's flights into MCO tomorrow if you want to come watch your Knights finish up this event. Maybe in the 3rd place game. Maybe winning that 3rd place game. Williams put back.
Though if Bartow continues fouling like this, it may propel them into the championship
And
game.
have St. Mary's in the championship game. I'm trying to say there's a lot to be decided here in the next 4:19, so stick with us unless you do want to come down to that Villages game. We see a timeout on the floor here. It's a full one, and we're going to take one with them. 4:19 to go. Bartow, the lead is down to 4. Stick with us. Battle at the Villages on YouTube.
Want to see highlights like these and more? Head over to battleatthevillages.com, your digital home for all things Battle at the Villages. You can find team information, statistics, live streams, ticketing information, bracket and game times, and much more, all in one place designed just for you. You can catch all of the action for this year's tournament and more at battleatthevillages.com.
(54-50). Bartow leads it. 4:19 to go. Coming out of this timeout, quick reset for you. St. Mary's with 3 timeouts remaining. Bartow with 2. Bartow shooting 42% from the field, 22 of 52. St. Mary's 33%, 16 of 49. The Knights are 7 of 15 from beyond the arc, however. Yellow Jackets 6 of 18. Turnover's been a big story, but St. Mary's has cleaned it up. In fact, just 1 in the second half. They have 12 turnovers committed, just 7 for Bartow. Decisive rebounding advantage as well for St. Mary's, 36-27. A couple of double-doubles already. Carter Bagley, 10 points, 13 rebounds for St. Mary's. And on the other side, Derwin Link, 11 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks.
And just judging by the height differential between the two teams, it would surprise you to find out that Bartow has outscored St. Mary's by 10 in the paint, 28-18. And that's kind of been the difference in the game up to this point, though. As this game comes down to the wire, you're going to have to start converting shots, maybe not inside of the paint, especially with Cam Williams patrolling it. Talk about a quiet 15, now 16 points he's put in so far in this effort.
16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. It's been a good night for one in white. Headed to Duke next year. Oh, what a floater over top of him by Matthew Williams.
I'm not sure if that was Williams trying to actually hit that floater or if he was actually trying to throw a lob to Link, who was wide open on the backside. Either way, 2 points were scored.
Gets the lead back to 4, but it's been creeping down more and more for St. Mary's as they try to claw their way back into this one. This is Williams. Oh, Anduya, 3 ball, no good. Rebound, Pastorino, though. Back up top, Reardon. He stops, turns around. Pastorino, Anduya, Bagley. Good ball movement here, now inside. And it was ripped away by Crossley and off the leg of Anduya.
Just an untimely turnover there for St. Mary's. And honestly, that's kind of been the story of this game. St. Mary's unable to keep possession of the ball when it matters. Though Bartow, only 2 turnovers at halftime, now has creeped up to 7 of their own.
6-1 the turnover ratio in the second half in favor of St. Mary's. They have cleaned it up and started to force a few more. 12 on the shot clock, and Bartow just now into their offense. That one almost tipped away by Williams, and it is, and now there's 5, and they gotta go. Sinfort looks up and sees it, half-court heave, and it will be a shot clock violation.
And add that to the turnover tally.
That's a good defensive possession there by Damon Lopez's bunch.
Sometimes high school basketball is so simple. The team that possesses it the most when it matters is the one that comes out victorious, and it seems like St. Mary's has been doing that this second half.
Reardon up and under, that might be a charge, and it is. Jacoby Terry takes it. I think Reardon is kind of out of control on his way to his hoop, and oh, I don't know about that. Terry slid in pretty late. Bang, bang play there. The 50-50 call will go to the Yellow Jackets. Not a whole lot of argument from Damon Lopez, however.
No, I think he knows that it's not worth arguing at this point. That's one you'd like to see the officials catch more cleanly, though, especially where the defender has to come in and cross in front of the defender's face, or excuse me, the official's face to get into defensive position.
Large contingent of fans that traveled from Phoenix to watch their St. Mary's bunch. They made some noise there. Thought that was a carry on the way over. Shot clock down to 8. That ball saved? No. It's off on Williams. 6 seconds left on this shot clock.
6 seconds on the shot clock. We'll run that down to 6 seconds.
We have a moment as the shot clock will wind down another 17 seconds. Again, remind you, semifinal number 2 coming up next. Macaulay School out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the host Buffalo, who for the first time in 11 years won this Battle at the Villages tournament last December, looking to repeat as champions. Will be our first repeat champion since Orlando Christian Prep 2020 and 2021.
Are we putting the asterisks by those championships? They were clearly the best team at both of those events. However, both of those events were affected by the coronavirus pandemic.
You could if you want to, I suppose. But I agree with you. They were the best teams at those events.
I think you can't take anything away from Orlando Christian Prep from those 2 events. But at the same time, neither of those 2 events were a normal Battle at the Villages experience with 8 teams.
Discrepancy here on who gets the ball. Bartow bench exploded thinking it should be their basketball. That's why St. Mary's sort of stayed quiet there. It was Bartow basketball.
One of those, just don't say anything and hope it turns out your way.
We've seen that happen before, right? At the end of quarters or periods, somehow magically other team gets the ball and despite what maybe the possession arrow or what the officials had. It's 115 seconds to go in this one. It's a 4-point game. Bartow struggling to get it across here. Oh, what a move. Williams, no good. Rebound, though, Crossley back out to Rattery. Shot clock did not reset.
The ball bounced off of the rim. Will reset the shot clock to 25 seconds. Reset to 25 seconds. It will be the Yellow Jackets ball.
So pushing here on the inbound. Rattery, Naduya. You're going to need to be separated here. Inbounding 25 on the shot clock. Thrown into the backcourt for Rattery. St. Mary's needing a stop here. This ball's probably going to get in the hands of Crossley. There it is. Back to Rattery, though. He's got Pastorino on him. 15 on the shot clock. Now inside, Rattery was hounded. And I don't mind the foul call, Marty, but maybe it should have happened maybe a half second earlier.
One of those where if it was called at the time the foul happened, it's not a shooting foul. There's definitely contact there, and definitely there was a wrap up. And honestly, he had already gathered, so it would have been shooting no matter when the whistle blew. It's one thing that's a common misconception about when people say officials called it late. Sometimes the entire play has to be processed and air has to get into that whistle.
The official there who made the call was also blocked momentarily, so he made sure he got around it, got a better view of it. 57-52. Free throw there by Rattery. Big shots here at the line for the sophomore. And he hits them, 58-52. St. Mary's needing a quick bucket. Where are they going to go to? Cam Williams being denied the basketball. Still being denied. Good job by Brinson to deny him. That's a deep three for Reardon, and he hits it. What a shot there, Mick Reardon. The junior guard from Phoenix, Arizona, knocks it down. And it's a big shot. We cut it to 3, and this will give us a chance to watch that 3 from Reardon. Thank our presenting sponsor, the Battle at the Villages, and for their help in supporting this free broadcast on YouTube. That's Middleton by the Villages. We hope you take the time to enjoy their beautiful downtown Middleton with amazing new restaurants and shops now open. Be sure to also stop by the Middleton Welcome Home Center, located at 2219 Dr. Rainey McDaniel Way. That's where you can discover what makes Middleton a great place to call home. That's a big-time shot there, Marty, for Mick Reardon. St. Mary's now 7-16 from on the arc. That gets Reardon to double digits. He had 22 yesterday, 12 today. Maybe none bigger than those 3 right there. Get it to a 3-point game.
Huge shot there for Reardon and St. Mary's. And now you have to start wondering if you're Bartow. It's now a 1-possession game. How do you prevent St. Mary's from easily making up that differential?
58-55, Bartow. Full timeout called by Damon Lopez, 2-time state champion at St. Mary's. Terrence McGriff knows a thing or two about Bartow and state championships. That program has won 6.
Not all of them.
Not with Terrence McGriff.
Said some are from the 50s and 60s, when I'm sure he was.
Just didn't want to cheat the program.
Sure he was not involved in those, except maybe as a thought and prayer in his parents' mind.
Bartow last year was a region semifinalist, finished 20-9. Mentioned St. Mary's getting hot at the right time. They went 18-12 last year in the route to their state championship. Trying to break a press here. Oh, Reardon almost had it, but went to the wrong man at the last moment.
Yeah, dangerous pass from Rattery, leaving his feet. Had to change his mind in midair.
Tough spot to be in here, but you got to guard without fouling. And oh, inside Link. 2 opportunities at a steal missed by Williams and Pastorino. And Link lays it in. It's a 5-point game.
One of those you're wondering how Link got that even.
Williams, a big time 3. Cam Williams. Just 1 of 2 from beyond the arc today. And that, a big time 3-pointer there. Another timeout by Damon Lopez. Take another look at it. Actually, we'll go back here first. This is the Link play, almost a steal there. Incredible job to get it to 5. And then the other way, Onduya gets it to Williams, hand in their face, doesn't matter. Knocks it down, and that's where we're at, 60-58. 22.8 seconds to go. Neither team in the bonus. In fact, just 3 apiece, so a foul to give yet for each team before they'll start having their opponent shoot. 2 timeouts for Bartow, 1 for St. Mary's.
You're almost in the position where you might want to take a foul if there's a possession where your defense is off balance, just so if you need to foul to stop the clock to hopefully get a possession out of it, you don't have to waste the extra time getting to that 5-foul mark.
So what do you want to do here, Marty, if you're Damon Lopez and St. Mary's? You obviously make an aggressive attempt at a steal on the inbounds here and then think about fouling?
I think you definitely want to do that. You have the benefit of it being full court. However, Bartow has the benefit of being able to run the baseline. I'm sure that they've drawn up something. The other thing is, if you do get the ball, you only need a 2 to tie it. As much as many of us in here don't want to go to overtime, if you're St. Mary's, you're happy with any shot that has a chance of going in, especially if it's coming from the hands of number 1, Cam Williams.
Williams up at the front of that press. He guarded the inbounds and tripped. I think that's Rattery.
That's honestly a perfect position to take that foul, get it over with right now while it's still in the backcourt. Honestly, the sideline backcourt inbound is one of the hardest to do on the offensive side, just because of the limited space for your players to cut and get open.
Rattery can't do it. Link, is he going to lose the ball? No, he hangs on to it. Now he throws it back to Rattery. 15 seconds and counting. Good foul there by Reardon. And that was very much a foul. That will send Bartow to the line. And it's going to be James Rattery. Rattery 2 for 2 from the line here tonight. Bartow as a team 6 of 7. 5 fouls in this quarter for St. Mary's. They've had 8 all game. Big time shot there from Rattery.
And if you're St. Mary's, you're hoping he misses here. Not a lot of time for a 2-possession game.
1 timeout for St. Mary's as well, presumably to use after a make on their offensive end. There's Rattery. Makes it.
Oh, now you got to go into turbo mode. You got to score as quick as possible here to have a hope to get a second possession.
Oh, big screen from Bagley. Crossley down on his backside. Pastorino at 3. It's good. Timeout. 5 seconds. There was a huge 3 there, or excuse me, a huge screen. Crossley is trying to ask how come it wasn't a foul. I think it was a very clean screen, though, by Bagley. Big time 3 from Pastorino. It's only a 30-second timeout. Officials going to get together here maybe and see if there was time on the clock. Be 6 seconds if I heard correctly on the clock. It will, so 1 extra second added.
I think that's pretty accurate. From when the timeout was recognized by the official and his whistle blew, it definitely was in that 6-second range. Now here's something interesting. You don't want to commit the foul to where it's an intentional where Bartow would retain possession. But at the same time, you do want to commit the foul as immediate as possible.
And certainly can't waste a lot of time trying to go for a steal here. You've got to.
Yeah, now fortunately for St. Mary's, they don't have anybody close to foul trouble. So anybody can foul. Why
Foul.
were they not fouling earlier is the question everybody wants to ask in this gymnasium.
Yeah, we just talked about it. You had to get to it quickly.
You almost want to give up the close inbounds in that situation just so it's right in front of you and can get the foul as quick as possible.
Foul charge to Unduya. It'll be Rattery back to the line. He's a perfect 4 for 4. 11 points, 6 assists. Or excuse me, 6 assists. Rattery, 5 for 5 now tonight at the line. Clutch shots by the sophomore point guard. Big shot here. Bare minimum. Send it to OT. And here we go, 64-61. It's gonna be Unduya. He's gotta let this fly. 1 second left, he doesn't know it. Reardon gets it off, and it's short. And Bartow will advance to the 2025 Battle at the Villages Championship tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Three-pointer by Reardon. I don't know if it would have counted, but just not able to get it. 64-61, Bartow, a thrilling victory here. And the Yellow Jackets will advance to the championship. Marty, your final thoughts?
Well, I think there's only one final thought to have is, wow, what a game from both of these teams. And now St. Mary's, a little bit of regrouping before the third place game tomorrow. And Bartow, they're going to probably stick around and watch the outcome of this Villages versus McCallie game coming up here soon.
We are 31.5 minutes from tip-off in the semifinal to determine the second half of the championship of the Battle at the Villages. You heard the man. We will have the Villages and McCallie from Chattanooga, Tennessee coming up in the finale of semifinal day number 2 coming up in just a little over a half hour on YouTube.